Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Tuesday, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you. This is Morning Joey. I'm your host, Joey Molinaro, and we are live from New York. It's Morning Joey. That was cool. That felt cool. Right now, I'm just like riding scooters through the city, turning around at a pizza shop. Just a whole bunch of me over and over again. Joey. Just like with three random people that you don't know. I'm just like, yeah, in New York, in the Big Apple, in Barstool Sports HQ3. Very, very excited. Sorry that I missed you yesterday. I did. I missed you guys. I felt badly. I was on a flight literally at 9 a.m. heading to New York. And, so I was just like, well, can't do the show live. So I'm going to take a day off. And there was a void. There was a void there for sure. I felt bad. And I'm sorry that on a Monday, you had to start your week off and I wasn't there. I promised you that I was going to be there, and I wasn't there, and I am sorry. I apologize, but we're here today on May the 4th. Happy May the 4th be with you. Wearing my mix of two of my favorite things, Adam Sandler and Star Wars and Mando. Mando's part of Star Wars, but all three, you see a little Baby Yoda down there, and then Mando, he's being Adam Sandler, and then Baby Yoda's being Frankenstein. Sick shirt, May the 4th. All things good. So hope that you're having a great day. Hope it's going to be full of Star Wars, full of fun. I haven't watched Bad Batch yet. All right. I haven't watched it yet. I didn't stay up last night. I'm in a hotel. Me and Ryan are in a hotel. And, I don't want to watch it on my laptop. I kind of I don't know. I didn't stay up and watch it. Plus, it didn't come out at midnight. It came out at 3 a.m. because I wait for the West Coast in America. So haven't watched it yet. I'm going to watch it after the show today. So no spoilers in the chat, please. I still haven't heard anything besides Omega is the little girl that Bad Batch is there with. I don't know the tie-in. That's all I know. All right. So no spoilers, please, in the chat. Going to watch it after the show today. But yeah, this is one of the recording studios. Came in, got in early. I got some Dunkin' Donuts, for myself right down the street from the office. So got up, was just having myself a New York morning, ran to the Dunkin' Donut shop and, got my coffee and we're ready to do a show from New York. But what's funny about HQ3 is that, not HQ3, but just like whenever I come out here, Barstool, we operate a little bit differently. So I knew that when I came in, if I came in like I did at like 7:30, 7:45, that it was going to be a complete ghost town. And that's not a slight to anybody. We just operate at different hours. So most people come in a little bit later. I got in super, super early because I like to, get my day going. I had to get the show. I had to get in a studio to be able to do the show every day. So nobody in here. It was weird. Yeah, so nobody in the office right now. I think people are getting ready for the dozen tournament, which I'm not in, unfortunately. But I'm going to be on Pick Central later today with Brandon Walker and Ben Mincy, and Marty Mush, I think, and Big Ev. Maybe not Marty, but Big Ev. Yeah, so I'm going to be on there at about 11:55, so check that out. On YouTube and on Twitter as well, Pick Central. Yeah, but I'm here. I'm in New York. I'm in the office. I'm in the studio. It's good to see everybody's face. It's good to have those conversations with everybody. Hey, how long are you in for? Yeah, a week. All right, good. I'm excited. Yeah, me too. Anyways, May the 4th, I'm going to be doing a special laundry list of Star Wars moments. All right, so think of like scenes, things that give you the chills is kind of how I describe it. Things that you can, go back and look up on YouTube just because you want to watch just that particular part. And it was really hard. It was really, really tough to narrow it down to just 5. And I put some honorable mentions on there because I know that this is going to get contentious, and I know that people are going to have a whole bunch of different opinions about what should go where, what I missed, what should be on the list, what their list is. And that's great. I'm all for debating Star Wars in a fun and an amicable manner. But I added some honorable mentions down there because I knew that 5 just wasn't going to cut it. So I have that list of 5, and we'll get to it here in a bit. But I do have 5 extra because I know that people are going to be, oh, what about, how can you? Just don't worry about it. All right, don't worry about it. May the 4th, it's officially Star Wars Day. Some people will say that it's May 25th is like the actual Star Wars Day because that's the day that Star Wars came out. I can see where you're coming from on that, but that's like, let's be honest. People who do that are kind of like the people that are like take the fun away from Christmas and about Santa and all the holiday things and the presents because they're like, oh, let's remember the reason for the season. And I know that is the reason for the season and it's important, but like you got to admit, if you're the one saying that at a party, you kind of are a buzzkill. Like you kind of bring the room down, So if it's May the 4th, everybody's having a great day. It's a match made in heaven. Like, call it a Hallmark holiday. Call it, a media marketing machine with May the 4th. But you know what? It's a day of celebration. It fits. It just get on board. All right. So if you're the person on Twitter today that's just like, you guys can enjoy May the 4th, but I will be celebrating on May 25th, as that is the day that the original Star Wars entered theaters and changed cinema history. You're buzzkill. All right. So just enjoy May the 4th. If you celebrate on May 25th, that's fine. I think I even, throw on Star Wars on May 25th and just give myself a little bit of a, reminder. But it is what it is. And May the 4th, through Disney, through Star Wars, through Lucasfilm, through, all the major outlets, May the 4th is Star Wars Day. So just accept it and get on board with it. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. Hey, good morning, everybody. Live from HQ, bro. Andrew, you're watching physics and you're watching me at HQ. What's up? I think it's going to be really, really good, Trevor. I haven't watched it yet, like I said, but I'm excited to. Right after the show, that's the first thing I'm doing before I go on Pick Central is throw my headphones on, find a quiet spot, and going and watching it. Then, texting Robbie Fox and my dad and other people about it. So, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, I did Chris Collinsworth as a radio DJ and I've actually gotten messages about this because people were like, I just turned on Sirius XM and Chris Collinsworth's a guest host. That's the reasoning for the sketch is that I saw that he tweeted that yesterday and I was like, oh, man, well, I got it. Like, imagine him thinking that or imagine him hosting America's Top 40. You know what I mean? I'm Casey Kasem. Instead of Casey Kasem, it's Chris Collinsworth. And so I did that little sketch. So on my socials, Instagram, Twitter, you can go check that out. TikTok's being weird recently. My last 2 videos, they've taken down for community guidelines. And I don't know if it's because in the Mel Kiper dating draft one, if it's because we had Keith's parents die in a yacht explosion. That could be it. Or in this last one, I said super freak about somebody, but they both got taken down. So I don't really know what the issue is. But on Instagram and Twitter and on this channel on YouTube under Sketches and Impressions, you can go see Chris Collinsworth as a radio DJ, which reminds me, I didn't get it off the top because I was going off about May the 4th. If you are watching on YouTube, thank you so much. Be sure to hit the red button to subscribe. Come back every single day, daily free content. Subscribe below, please. And then on Twitter, appreciate you as well. My fingers are right in your face. I talk with my hands. Hey, am I Italian or not? I can't tell. I talk with my hands so much. This doesn't do anything, by the way. This mic is totally here for effect. It's just to make it look more legit, I guess. Anyways, if you're watching on Twitter, youtube.com/c/cupofjoey, go there and subscribe after the show or right now. Catch up on the latest. I appreciate you a lot. Yeah, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to that, Matt. All right. We're going to get to that. So, got the subscriptions in, got all that. I'm going through my list right now. I was watching, before we get into the laundry list of Star Wars moments, I was watching Armageddon last night. It was on AMC. Great night of movies, by the way. Family, Freeform, used to be ABC Family, call it Freeform now. they had National Treasure on. So watch National Treasure, and then flipped over to AMC, and it was Armageddon. And it was like, wow. First I'm getting comfy, and now I'm going to cry. Because I don't cry at any movie more than I do at Armageddon. For whatever reason, it's incredibly dramatic, pretty cheesy, yeah, a lot of times. You know, it's just like, what's the most end-of-the-world movie we can make and dialogue we can have? Throw it in Armageddon. But it is intense. It is star-studded. It has you on the edge of your seat throughout. It is stressful, and it makes me cry. It makes me cry every time. And I tweeted, I said, I love Billy Bob Thornton in this role as Harry, or not Harry. That's Bruce Willis. Truman. Truman, the guy that's in control of NASA. But I love when he overrides the president of the United States, because the president is panicking and he's like, well, we got to get the bomb off somehow. Doesn't look like they're going to do it on their own, so we got to get the bomb off. I don't trust them. And the general's there and he's like, it was the president. We need to self-detonate in 30 seconds. And Billy Bob just goes off, dude. Billy Bob's not having it. He stands up to the president. He stands up to the general. Fucking puts the red phone down. He's like, this is one order you shouldn't follow, and you fucking know it. And he makes his point there. The general's like, well, I still have to follow the president's rules. And then the guy has him come out, and they're all, you know, with the keys, and they're all walking in order and everything, like same steps. And the army dudes come in. They put their keys in, and then Billy Bob is in the back, and he's just like setting up like a drug deal, you know? He's like, I want you to kill it. I want you to kill it. And he tells the guy to kill it while they're trying to detonate it. It takes some balls, dude. End of the world's coming. President of the United States is telling you to detonate the bomb. And Billy Bob says no. Stands up to the president. Kill it. I want you to kill the link. Yeah, when he says when he says this is one order you shouldn't follow, and you fucking know it. That gets you fired up right there, man. It gets you real fired up. But it's like the most stressful movie of all time. They drag it out to be stressful. At every turn, it is stressful. Like, they hit 800 feet. You're like, oh, thank God, it's going to be okay. They're going to do it. They hit their mark on the hole. Well, first, let's back up. Not only that, but like they're disarming the nuclear bomb. The nuclear bomb is on the rocket, and Captain Sharp, you know, he's getting the orders to do the second backup plan. And Bruce Willis is like, we got to disarm this thing. I will hit 800 feet. You know, we're up here. They're down there. And while this is going on, there's like they wait until there's a minute on the clock, right? They don't do this with like 30 minutes to have it out. They like bullshit around until there's a minute on the clock. And then they're like, hey, let's have this one-on-one moment of truth where we're going to, you know, really connect here. I will hit 800 feet. I swear to God. 40 seconds left, you know? So then not only do they just have to open it and cut it up, but then him and the fucking, you know, Captain America guy across the way, they have to like unzip it and fucking unscrew it and lift it up, and they have to get through all the different wires all in like 35 seconds, you know? So they make it stressful. They go it down to 2 seconds. It's like red, and there's 2, 1, blue. And then he does blue at the last cut. Everybody takes a deep breath. All right. You're like, okay, that's the most stressful scene that's going to happen. Get down through 800 feet. AJ comes and saves the day. Get down to 800 feet. You know? Yes, thank God. They hit 800 feet. They hit their mark. Bruce Willis wasn't lying. They hit their mark. Let's go. Drop the bomb in and let's go. Let's save the world. No, and then we got to have the AJ and Bruce thing. You know? Harry, you know, which is a good scene. You know, he does the right thing. Like, you go take care of my little girl. Like, you know, he's the dad, saves the day, gives up his life for his kid, all that. Then after that, you're like, all right, cool. Good deal, Bruce. Way to go, man. Hit the mark. It was a little stressful because AJ was going to be the guy. Now you're the guy. All good, man. World saved. Nope. Of course, they can't take off. So then they got to get their engines fired up. And then they get their engines fired up, and then they take off. And then when they're on the way, of course, Bruce Willis falls into a hole, and he loses the fucking trigger. So he can't find the trigger for the bomb, and it's counting down to like 10, 9, 8 until it hits the point to where it's going to hit the earth. And of course, even dude, it's just like it stretches it out so much. Even when there's like 5 seconds, and Truman's like, "Push the button, Stamper." He's still like looking at the earth one last time. There's like 3, 2, 1. Like in real life, that would never happen. And I know that it's a point and it's a movie, but like in real life, this dude he doesn't have an internal clock in his head, you know? He doesn't have that timer going. What if he's checking out the earth, you know? And he's just like, he gets caught up in it for literally 2 more seconds. Oh, too late. Everybody dies because Stamper was getting one last look at the earth. I was honestly surprised that it ended there. Like, he gets the bomb off and like it separates and it misses the earth. But then I was expecting like when they get back down, they're having trouble getting through the atmosphere. And then when they have trouble getting through the atmosphere, oh, now they got to land in the ocean. They're going to land in the ocean. Now they're in shark-infested waters. And it's like, guys, you're killing me here. Not everything has to be like that. I tell you what, though, dude, I cry every time. And like it would never happen. Like I love at the most important point in human history, right? In this movie, in Armageddon, they have like 10 minutes maybe until they cross a threshold, and like they have to get Harry down there to detonate the bomb, and they have to get off of the rock of the asteroid, and like with like 8 minutes before this happens, they just have Bruce Willis like live streamed across all the screens on NASA to his daughter. It's like, hey guys, there's like a tech over there that's just like, I appreciate this moment. I don't want to be a buzzkill, but like I kind of need to communicate with them because the world is about to end. Seven minutes until the asteroid crosses the threshold to end the world. Can we get this live stream up? Can we get this connection better for Harry? He's got to tell Grace that he lied. He's not coming home. If I was Truman, I would have been like, sorry, dude, you don't get to say goodbye. All right, we got more pressing things. And like, hey, guess what? If you just blow yourself up, we'll know you didn't come home. Also, what happens like after, I think about this all the time. When it comes to like superhero movies, end of the world movies like this, like what the hell happens after it's saved, and everybody's good and they celebrate, and the crew gets back down onto Earth and everybody's a hero, and like the asteroid misses it, but like 8 minutes before that, burpee boy, 8 minutes before that, remnants of the asteroid came down. It killed 50,000 people in Paris. Eiffel Tower, everything completely gone. Killed another 50,000 in India. I mean, I guess when you look at like the grand scheme, you're like, all right, I mean, the world is saved. It could have been 7 billion people. So it's not that bad. But, everybody's celebrating. And then people in France are just like, the rocket came and it killed my friends. The asteroid came and it took out the entire Paris. You see everybody celebrating? I don't know. I've never done a French accent before. Anyways, that's fucking what I was thinking about while I was watching Armageddon last night at like 11 o'clock at night and crying, even though I know what happened. Even though I know what happens. Let's check in on the chat. New York's great, Katie. Pretty good weather. Not cold like it was in Chicago. But it's good to see all my coworkers and my friends. So I'm really, really excited about that and to be here for the whole week. Yeah, I saw this, Cole. What do you think of the people in Orlando waiting 6 hours to go to White Castle? Did I miss, like, is that White Castle shutting down? Or there's got to be something there that I missed about why people were doing that. But I love White Castle. I think White Castle gets a bad rap. I always stand up for White Castle. People want to make fun of the sliders and that it's late night eats, and I totally agree with that. I do. But at the same time, like, it's been voted like cleanest kitchen many times. And I just say try some White Castle sober every now and then, Like, don't get it at 2 a.m. when you're just drunk. Yeah, get it one time for like lunch. Go pick up a little 4-pack of sliders, fries, and a Coke. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So I don't know about 6 hours, just because I'm really impatient and I get like really antsy if I have to like wait in a line and I'm just sitting there for that long, because I get like tired of looking at my phone and my phone starts to die. And then like, my wife and me start to get shitty at each other for no reason, just because we're no other reason but just being shitty that we're like sitting in line for so long. Then, I don't know, my just anxiety starts to kick in. And like, I can't find a podcast I want to listen to. And I just start getting pissed off, and then you're hungry on top of that. So I don't know if I'd wait for 6 hours, but I love White Castle. That's for sure. New store, largest location. Not large enough, apparently, because you had to wait 6 hours. Largest location, except you have to wait 6 hours to go to it. Yeah, I feel bad for those people in France. Armageddon, Everybody in the world having so much fun, except the Eiffel Tower is gone. It's kind of Russian. It's kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger I'm getting into a little bit. Put that cookie down. Yeah. So let's get into May the 4th, laundry list, Star Wars moments. Drum roll, Star Wars moments. Yeah. All right. May the 4th be with you. Like I said, wearing my Big Daddy Mando Baby Yoda shirt, Baby Yoda's Frankenstein, Mando's Adam Sandler, Mr. Koufax. So let's get into it. Special laundry list, Star Wars moments on May the 4th. Haven't seen Bad Batch yet, so don't get any spoilers in the chat, please. But number 5. Now, again, Star Wars moments. So it could be a scene, it could be a line, it could be a scene without dialogue, it could be something that has music, something like, the way I define it is a scene that gives you chills, that makes you want to go watch just that scene on YouTube after. All right. Number 5, Phantom Menace, when Darth Maul unhoods, ignites the lightsabers. You get the music building up in the background. Think about it. The last lightsaber, we'd never seen anything like that before. A Sith with a double-edged lightsaber. 2 Jedi taking on 1 guy. Young Obi-Wan in action. The height of the movie. The soundtrack behind it building up. Duel of Fates. When those doors open, man. Dun, 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 dun. And then Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan are like, we'll take care of this. And then all of them, like duel style, he unhoods himself, and then they take off their robes. And the dude fucking spins out the double-sided lightsaber. It's about to go down. Man, that is a cool moment. Let's look it up. So I just want the beginning part. I'm sure it's probably going to be at the beginning part here.
Introducing
do the
Remarkable
ads,
2,
you know how it
the
goes.
paper tablet.
No, man. Let's see if I do Darth Maul entrance. Here we go. Yeah. All right. Let me share this screen. Let's go.
Advisors in the throne room.
Red group, blue group, everybody this way.
Hey, wait for me!
Anakin, stay where you are. You'll be safe there.
But I...
Stay in the cockpit.
So crazy that's Darth Vader, you know? Right here.
We'll handle this.
We'll take the long way.
Dude, you know it's going down when that happens. Oh my God. I remember I was 6 years old, man. And like people gave shit to they gave shit to the Phantom Menace, and now everybody's kind of back because you go through cycles and you're like, oh, at first when it comes out, it sucks. But then when you sit on it for a little bit, you're like, oh, you know what? I actually like that. Even when people thought that movie sucked and was hating on it, this scene was up there. Number 5, Darth Maul's entrance. Knights of Lightsabers, Phantom Menace. Number 4 on the laundry list. Number 4, Empire Strikes Back. Han Solo. I know. Dude, coolest man of all time. Coolest line maybe of all time. And the story behind it is even more legendary. Princess Leia, in the heat of the moment, life on the line. Han is, I think he's probably going to die because he's getting frozen on carbonite. She has to, before he goes, she has to let him know. I love you. Han Solo, dude, the most confident, cool, slick motherfucker in the galaxy. I know. Wow. The balls on that guy. You know? And the story goes behind it that who is the writer? Lawrence Kasdan. He's the guy who wrote Empire Strikes Back, and they went over a bunch of different options. They had I love you too. I've always loved you. I'll love you forever. These different options that Han Solo was going to reply with to Leia. And then I'm pretty sure Harrison Ford was just like, that's not Han Solo. That's not what he would say. And so he just ripped I know, and they were like, that's Han Solo. That's exactly what Han Solo would say. Can you imagine if they would have kept it to where he was like, he did say just I love you back? So lame. So that just takes away from the entire climax of the moment. I love you. I love you too. All right, what a total letdown. No, Han Solo had to say something like that, and he did. I know. And then it makes it even cooler, and I'll get into this a little bit later, but it makes it even cooler in episode 9 when Han Solo does what he does when he comes back. Spoiler alert. And yes, when I went to Disney World on my honeymoon, me and my wife had a shirt. She had Princess Leia on it, and it said, I love you. And I had Han Solo on mine, and it said, I know. So, what up? Laundry list, Star Wars moments. So far, number 5, Darth Maul ignites his lightsaber, Phantom Menace. Number 4, Han Solo, I know, Empire Strikes Back. Number 3, Luke saves Grogu. Mando, season 2 finale. Everybody knew that This was it. They had to go. They had to go get Grogu. They had to go get Baby Yoda. What was going to happen to Baby Yoda? Was he going to end up in the hands of Moff Gideon into season 3? Who was somebody going to come like Ezra Bridger to come back and save him and help him out? And lo and behold, Luke fucking Skywalker makes his way in the X-Wing. He himself takes down all of those I forget what they're called. Elite troopers, or I can't remember off the top of my head. Takes all of them down. With his hood up, mind you. Glove on, hood up, takes all of them down himself after we just saw how badly Mando struggled against one of them. Luke just slices through them like they're fucking butter. Comes in, saves Grogu. Nobody saw it coming. I said when I wrote the preview of the episode, and I got predictions from my Barstool coworkers. I said myself that I think at the very least, we would have a mention of Luke Skywalker. And boy, did we get more than that. I was going to put this higher probably, but I didn't want to have recency bias. I felt like people might have called me out on that. It's definitely top 5, I think, on the laundry list. And it could, if it continues to go well in season 3 and beyond, it could go up even higher. But right now, like 3. Number 2, laundry list of Star Wars moments. Darth Vader goes ham at the end of Rogue One. Man. Take yourself back to sitting in the theater. You're watching Rogue One for the first time. You see where it's going. Vader says, prepare a boarding party. They're going after the rebel ship. You're like, okay, this is incredible. At that time, you're like, it's going to lead right into A New Hope, and they're going to pick it up from here. So I'm sitting there in the theater, and I'm thinking just that. I'm thinking, all right, this is cool. The siren's going off. They're going to kind of leave us on a little bit of a cliffhanger, so then we can watch A New Hope right away and pick up right there. Nope. They said, fuck that. We're going to blow your ass out of the water right here, right now. Lightsaber ignites. Vader goes off like we've never seen before. The Vader that we always wanted to see in his prime. I mean, this is Jordan Vader, right? This is 1997 Jordan Vader. And he doesn't even need a Pippin. Dude's fucking force choking here, fighting laser, shots at him there. Oh, man. Chills. Just like, I think I did cheer in the theater when that happened. Definitely like a fist pump. Darth Vader goes off. I don't know. I think some people might think that that's a little high. I don't. I think when you look at how good Rogue One is, the ending that they made, where it goes literally directly into, it's seamless, goes right into A New Hope. And then you've watched A New Hope all these years, the original Star Wars, all these years. One of those famous scenes, one of the most famous scenes ever when the beginning of Star Wars, and when Darth Vader walks in for the first time, and everybody always talks about, oh, wow, just remember, who is this villain? And now we know right before that he was fucking murking motherfuckers. Dude was going off, killing all these rebel spies and rebel soldiers right before he gets one of the craziest entrances in the history of cinema. So that's number 2. That's number 2. Number 1 on laundry list Star Wars moments, Empire Strikes Back, I am your father, Vader to Luke. I mean, it's cliche. Everybody sees it come. Like, you probably figured that was going to be it. I'm sure that Star Wars snobs who celebrate on the 25th out there will be like, oh, I disagree. You know, that's too easy of a number one. Number one should be that. It's like, come on, man. That is Star Wars, dude. That transcends so much. It's more than in the zeitgeist. It's like a part of all of our lives. I am your father. And think about in that moment, like, so if that doesn't happen, and some people may, have wanted this, if that doesn't happen, then we don't get the prequels. The sequels are probably different. Like, that changes everything right there, that moment. And just like plot, you know what I mean? You want to talk about holy shit, like didn't see it coming. Like, I see dead people, fucking Shawshank, he's, escaping, all that shit. I'm your father? No, I am your father. Come on, man. That's easily number one. That is Star Wars. It transcends Star Wars. It's number one. Other on my, if we were doing top 10, of laundry list, I had some honorable mentions in there. For me, I had when Boba Fett comes in and kicks ass in Mando season 2. When he meets up with Fennec Shan and he's trying to help Mando and Baby Yoda, and he's just going off, just straight up killing stormtroopers. That was so badass, just because it's like, you've wanted to see Boba Fett for so long. You didn't know what happened to him. Holy shit, that's incredible. Also, Han saves Ben, Rise of Skywalker. That was special for me. Those are two of my top 4 favorite characters in Star Wars. Father-son moment, right? It's like you have that little bit. Like, I grew up, my dad got me on Star Wars, so you always kind of have like that Han Solo. Oh, shit, that's his son, Ben Solo. So I just thought that was a super cool scene. I didn't expect it at all. I looked at my uncle and my dad like, holy shit, when Han showed back up in Rise of Skywalker. Hey, kid. Didn't expect that at all. It was crazy. And I just thought it was a really beautiful, like, okay, he saves him, he comes back. And like I said, coming full circle on the Han Solo I know from Empire Strikes Back. Ben sitting there. He's crying. He wants to apologize to his dad for what he did to him in episode 7. And he's just like, he calls him dad for the first time. Dad. Freaks out. And Han, just cool as a cucumber, puts his hand on his face just like he did in episode 7. And he just says, I know. Just like he did to Leia, man. Keeping it cool even when he's a ghost. He knows. He knows that he's sorry. It's his son. He knows. He forgives him. So I just thought that was a really cool scene. Favorite scene of Rise of Skywalker for sure. Last Jedi, Luke faces the First Order by himself. When he, walks out, and just like he talked about earlier with Rey, he was like, you think I'm going to go use my laser sword and face down the entire First Order? And that's exactly what he did when he was transporting himself through the Force. And he was, that iconic shot of him. And he's standing there, and you have all of those AT-ATs and, Ben's ship and everything just staring him down. Really, really cool. How about Attack of the Clones when they're on Geonosis and Mace Windu walks out and he puts his lightsaber across the neck of Jango Fett and he just says, party's over. And all the Jedi come in. Dude, I was 8 years old when that was happening. And I could not believe that we were getting this whole stadium full, this whole gladiator stadium full of Jedi getting ready to go to war. That's like the coolest thing ever. All those lightsabers lighting up everywhere. It's a dream. It's what you always did when you're playing with your, Star Wars figures and everything, your toys. You had like big wars where you got all these crazy combination of Jedi going up against the bad guys and everything. And it was actually happening on screen. Party's over. Samuel, so cool. And then Force Awakens, one scene that I really like, and I don't know if a lot of other people like it a lot, but it's a top 10 one for me of just like, it gave me chills. Again, just like the mix of, I think the score behind it and the climax of the situation. When Rey steals the lightsaber away from Kylo in Force Awakens. When he's got his helmet off and he's like reaching for it and he can't get it, and then all of a sudden it flies right past him and it lands in Rey's hand, and it has the music from when Luke has gone back in New Hope and seen that Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru got fucking torched at the homestead. It has that music playing. I don't know why, just like seeing that in theaters and all the hype around the movie and like knowing like, oh shit, that was a really big moment. And hearing that score again, I think in theaters when I'd only heard it, watching A New Hope as a kid and growing up on DVD or home video, something about that just really got to me. So yeah, laundry list, Star Wars moments. 5, Darth Maul entrance, ignites a lightsaber from the Phantom Menace. 4, Han Solo, I know, Empire Strikes Back. 3, Luke saves Grogu, Mando season 2 finale. 2, Darth Vader goes ham in Rogue One. And number 1, I Am Your Father, Empire Strikes Back. I feel like that's a pretty solid list right there. I like that list a lot. Ooh, dang, that's a good one. Yeah, that was another one where people went crazy in the theater just because like we hadn't seen Yoda use a lightsaber before, and so when he enters and then like takes his little jacket, pulls it to a side and then uses the Force to get his lightsaber out. That's a really good call. Yeah, I like that one a lot. So I'll put it out there. I'll probably write a blog with a little bit more of my reasoning and everything. I'll definitely tweet it out. But special laundry list, Star Wars moments on May the 4th. Happy May the 4th to you. Enjoy Bad Batch. Enjoy watching Star Wars marathons and listening to Star Wars pods and throw on some Star Wars soundtrack, some Star Wars scores if you need to. I'll probably do that as well. So hope you have a great day. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. In New York for the week. Hopefully have some guests on. But I wanted to use today to talk mostly about Star Wars and May the 4th. Be sure to subscribe to this channel. Daily content, daily show every morning at 9 a.m. I'll be in New York through the rest of the week. And be sure to follow me at Joey Molinaro on all social media platforms. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll talk to you tomorrow live at 9. May the Force be with you.